Good afternoon. Before we begin, I'm going to make this statement, let it stand on its own. I'm not going to take any questions, but I'll be taking questions tomorrow and the next day. But I don't want anything to get in the way of the statement. To be very blunt about it. Not that you wouldn't just focus on the statement. And I urge Speaker Johnson to bring it to the floor immediately. Immediately. There's no question it needs to move. The bill provides urgent funding for Ukraine. History is watching. 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 And it will provide life-saving humanitarian aid to the Palestinian people. And finally, this bill includes critical funding for our national security priorities in Asia. But in recent days, those stakes have risen. And that's because the former president has sent a dangerous and shockingly, frankly, un-American signal to the world. Donald Trump looks at this as if it's a burden. When he looks at NATO, he doesn't see the alliance that protects America and the world. He sees a protection racket. He doesn't understand that NATO is built on the fundamental principles of freedom, security, and national sovereignty. Because for Trump, principles never matter. Everything is transactional. He doesn't understand that the sacred commitment we've given works for us as well. In fact, I would remind Trump and all those who would walk away from NATO, and you can be sure that they all cheered when they heard Donald Trump, when they heard what he said. For as long as I'm president, if Putin attacks a NATO ally, the United States will defend every inch of NATO territory. Will we stand with America or with Trump?
Sir, when Trump said that, sir, what did Putin hear?
What's plan B if the speaker doesn't act?
Sir, the hostages.
They're really showing themselves to do really well. Come on, man.